Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. All right, well, my name is Alyssa. This is my channel of New Direction. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. If you are returning, thanks so much for coming back. I appreciate every last one of you. I just can't get over all of your likes, your comments. Every time I get a new subscriber, like, my heart just fills with joy. I appreciate each and every one of you for the beautiful light beings that you are. So this reading is it is for the week of March 7th, March 7th to what's the end of that? The 14th, I guess. And what we're looking at here is just the energies of the week. We're going to look at that. We're going to pull it apart, and we're going to look at divine masculine energies and divine feminine energies of our emotional energy, spiritual energy, and then that tangible energy within our lives that we're putting into action right now. So we're going to start with the energy oracle deck here, and we're going to pull overall energy for the week, kind of what that looks like, what we can be expecting as far as an overall energy here for the week. This is for the week of March 6th through to this 14th. I said March, well, we'll start with March 6th. That's today. It's interesting that I was planning on tomorrow, but came out March 6th, so we're looking at that today. One more good shuffle here. Overall energy for the week, Spirit. What's the overall energy here for this week? Wow, we have the first chakra. You know, and the first chakra is our root chakra, guys. Okay, so this is the energy here. It's our base, it's our security, it's what we are like, it's how we connect ourselves to the life around us, right? And not only how we connect ourselves, but how we find foundation, how we find that kind of rooted energy. Thank you, Spirit. We have anxiety and the angel of strength here. Okay, so, you know, right off the bat, wow, we have the second chakra and the door to value. So I do feel like right off the bat, this is, you know, this could be a week that very much challenges that strength within inside of self. You know, there could be things that really knock you kind of at the root of the base, you know, that maybe make you really feel shaken up kind of within that rooted energy. And anxiety and the angel of strength was behind it, because I do feel like, you know, for overall energies this week, it is about working through that anxiety and connecting to that strength within inside of self. Okay, that's what that angel of strength is talking about. It is talking about the strength within inside our own being. All right, let's get a couple of Moonology cards here too for this overall energy for this week. Thank you, Spirit. What do you need to release? The waning moon, absolutely. And don't let your pride get in the way, the full moon in Leo. Ooh, those are big ones, right? Absolutely. What do you need to release? And don't let your pride get in the way. And a win-win outcome is forecast here, actually, with your commitment is being tested even behind that. You know, it's kind of interesting here that that commitment is being tested card is here. And the only reason that I say that is because in order to really change patterns and cycles of our past, we have to be committed to doing things differently. You know, we really do. We have to be committed here to the change that we want to see within our lives, right? And this is why I feel that this energy of what do you need to release is so important here, because there's some sort of anxiety, I feel, that could be very root based. It could be something that is from your childhood. It could be something you know, in which you just feel that security within inside of self. So maybe it has something to do with work opportunities or something, but there's something here that is within this week, I feel, that is really going to be making you kind of feel anxious when it comes to that foundation with us and that security, that root of self. And I think why you're going to feel anxious is because it is going to really take you connecting to that strength within inside of self, connecting to that angel of strength, right? Connecting to that, to that bravery. Okay. All right, let's get into this. So we're going to start with the good tarot here. I'm going to pull emotional energy, spiritual energy, and tangible, physical changing energy. And then we're going to pull cards for divine masculine and divine feminine energies. Keep in mind, you know, I'm sure some of you will watch it for relationships, but do keep in mind when I'm discussing divine masculine and divine feminine energy that we are made up of both. And in order for readings like this to help you to grow forward and to really inspire that change within inside of self, we have to be accountable to both divine masculine energies and divine feminine energies. Okay, we do have to really acknowledge that energy and that blending of energy within inside of ourself. All right, dear Spirit, what do we have for emotional? What is the overall emotional energy? Thank you. Wow, we have the Star and the Justice. Interesting. Those are pretty powerful emotional energies here. Spiritual energy for this week. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune. Guys, so far we have all majors out. Wow. Okay. And the changing tangible energy here, Spirit. What is the changing? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Wow. Look at it. Literally landed on top of that masculine. Wow, Messenger of Swords. Some sort of communication I feel coming in this week. All right, we have the Fool and the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. There is, for some of you, there could be new growth. Maybe it's new business opportunities. Maybe it's new relationships, but I do feel like there could be some sort of growth here. Move these over here so I can move these up. There's some sort of new opportunity, you know, as that Fool on the underlying here. I do feel like there's this could be a week of taking that leap of faith, really into maybe starting a new job opportunity, maybe, you know, building again some sort of foundation. But I do feel like there is this energy of this week is like, are you ready to take this leap of faith? So emotional energy here. Overall, we have the Star and the Justice. Now, the Star is kind of like that wish fulfillment, dreams come true kind of energy. And it's interesting that it's here with the Justice, because the Justice, like the Star is very wish fulfillment and the Justice is very balanced, right? Like very, very just. That is just the energy of the Justice. She is a very balanced individual here. And I feel like, you know, it's like where you're emotionally, I feel like it's like that happiness, those wish kind of fulfillment energies, and then being very crystal clear on what or how that looks in your life, how you apply that emotional kind of energy back to self, back to life. So let's see, what is the divine masculine? Wow, we have, holy smokes, the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands. With the Devil. Yeah, you know, as this masculine energy here, emotionally, I feel like what is coming for these masculines is there's this leveling up, you know, and this masculine energy is that action side within side of self again. But I do feel like this masculine energy here is leveling self up, you know, and with the Devil here at the end of it, I feel like, I like how, these fiery feet here actually just caught my attention. And I feel like it's really kind of maybe where this masculine energy has been stuck, you know, maybe very, very stubborn to the change. Maybe there was this leveling up within this masculine energy that needed to happen. And there was that like stubborn kind of energy, like, oh, you know, more than like other than, instead of allowing change to take place, it was almost like that masculine energy dug their feet in. We're like, hold up, I don't know about this, right? Emotionally, I feel like this masculine energy here, especially with this, the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands, it's like there was this need to level up, because the Five of Wands is about conflicting growth, guys, okay? It's about change within inside of self. Wands are about spiritual change, okay? Connecting to intuitiveness, connecting to authenticity. And here, you know, these energies to me are like where it was like that leveling up, especially emotionally, okay? So maybe it's like where this masculine energy is connecting here to the emotions. And it's like where there was that need to level up, that need to really liberate self, which is interesting enough because this Justice energy is also about liberation, okay? It is about liberating self here. And I do feel like this masculine energy, you know, emotionally, I feel that's happening this week. There is like that acknowledgement of the change that needed to happen inside of self. Maybe it's where they've been stuck and attached to low vibration energies. You know, that masculine energy has been really like just holding on to something. And here it's like, emotionally this week, there's this growth, okay? There's this kind of new forward movement. The Divine Feminine, wow. Look at that. Temperance, the Five of Wands, the Star, and the Five of Swords. Holy. All right, so Temperance, right here, we have patience. Oh my gosh. That doesn't shock me, but patience, right? Emotionally here, I feel like this Divine Feminine energy is still within this learning to balance, right? Learning to really balance out and allow divine timing to take place. You know, the Five of Wands after it. See, there's movement here. And I feel like this Divine Feminine is ready to really level self up, especially with the Star behind. It's almost like this Divine Feminine energy is just like feeling and kind of anticipating these dreams and these blessings coming true. You know, and yes, okay, there's this challenging growth with the Five of Wands here, and the Five of Swords is at the end. So maybe it's even where they're this Divine Feminine energy is like, okay, I see all this growth, I know the dreams, I know the prayers that I want to have. Is it going to be? You know, is it actually going to come to fruition though? You know, I do feel like some of this Divine Feminine energy, especially if this Divine Feminine energy is waiting on this Divine Masculine energy, it's like, okay, like, are you going to get your shit together? You know, is this leveling up going to be done? And I feel like it's almost, that Divine Feminine energy can almost be that negative self-talk, you know, especially emotionally this week. It could be where that Divine Feminine energy is like, oh, I just don't think it's going to work out, you know, and that kind of like low vibration talk to self, right? Yeah, see, Five of Swords gets the Five of Pentacles. It's really interesting here that the Divine Feminine energy has 3 fives, because fives are conflicting, guys. Fives are very challenging. Like, it's a very challenging kind of number. And that Five of Swords here with this Five of Pentacles, like, it could be even where the Divine Feminine is struggling, maybe financially, okay? Maybe things are really tough for her right now. And she's like, okay, I have all this faith. You know, I'm in this energy of Temperance. I know there has to be this leveling up. I know there is going to be this blessing at the end of it, right? But where is that blessing? Like, how long do I have to hold on for? Like, is it going to exhaust me here? Like, emotionally, how much do I have to give, you know, to work myself past this? I feel like that Divine Feminine energy could be really struggling in that kind of patience, hope, and prayers energy. Yeah, look at that. Queen of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the King of Cups. Yeah, I do feel like emotionally what could be or just emotionally here, what could be going on for this Divine Feminine energy is really where, you know, it's about embracing that authenticity within inside of self. Again, even though maybe things in the 3D maybe seem very challenging, or like things really aren't moving. I feel like this Divine Feminine energy here is where it's like, you just got to release the bullshit anyway. You got to release the fears. You got to release all of that negative kind of self-talk, all the worries, you know, and just be ready to embrace, right? Have the faith that, especially with the King of Cups, because the King of Cups is that masculine energy again. So that's action energy again. And it's like, I do feel, especially for this Divine Feminine energy this week, it's like emotionally where they are, yes, things on the surface level are very tough. Yes, things are very, very challenging this week for the Divine Feminine, I feel. But it's like where she's being tested here to commit anyway to that faith, you know, and even though maybe things aren't working out, she just continues to walk away from the low vibration that isn't going to serve, right? And embrace this like Divine Masculine energy of having faith, you know? Spiritually here we have the Wheel of Fortune, you know, and that Wheel of Fortune is change within the world. It's like karmic change within the world. It's where the universe is shifting the cycles here so that new opportunities, new beginnings can take place. How is the Divine Masculine spiritually affected by this Wheel of Fortune this week, Spirit? How is they? Thank you. The Divine Masculine is affected this week by the Nine of Wands, the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and the Lovers. Holy smokes. I do feel like this Divine Masculine energy is really embracing their own strength. You know, the Emperor energy is the masculine energy to begin with here. And behind the Nine of Wands, it's like this masculine energy has gone through the cycles, you know, maybe it's like the energy of being exhausted and tired, but it's like where the masculine comes forward, you know, what is shifting spiritually. I just feel like this masculine is like, holy shit, clarity. Okay. This is who I am. This is what I want. And then the Two of Cups and the Lovers behind it. Yeah. Connecting here to the soul purpose, connecting here. I mean, that's speaking for some, you know, definitely for some, it can be, you know, where a masculine within your life is very much connecting here to like, hold on, this is what my heart wants. Okay. And it's like, almost like, I feel what can be shifting here spiritually is like where that masculine energy is just like, I know for sure this is what my soul needs. Okay. You know, maybe it's very hard. Maybe it's been a really tough, long road for that masculine energy to kind of get to the clarity here of this Two of Cups and the Lovers. Yeah, we have the Hanged Man and the Knight of Swords. You know, so maybe not, the masculine might not actually be making forward movement this week, but I do feel like the masculine is in this energy space of like, I know the direction that I want to go. You know, I feel like this masculine energy is getting very crystal clear on the direction in which it is going to move, because it's going to connect here to something that its soul is feeling extremely inspired by. You know, it's going to connect here to something that this masculine energy stands very firm in, right? What is this Wheel of Fortune in the spiritual energy? How is that affecting the Divine Feminine this week? How is the Divine Feminine affected by this Wheel of Fortune, Spirit? Thank you. The Tower. The Tower, the Empress. Holy shit, look at that. Spiritually here, we have the Emperor on the masculine side and the Empress on the Divine Feminine side. I feel like there could be a surprise coming in this week. And maybe for some of you, it is going to be this masculine. Maybe this masculine is, you know, we do have the Knight of Swords, and that can be forward movement, right? So for some of you, it could certainly be where a masculine is reaching out. You know, the tower is something surprising that happens. I mean, it certainly can be, you know, structures that need to come down and shifts within our world, but it is an energy that comes up and it kind of shocks you when it happens. You know, the Empress energy here, and then this Seven of Wands, because I feel like this Divine Feminine energy here, this Wheel of Fortune within this spirituality this week, there's something surprising that comes into this Empress. And I feel it's like that kind of surprise of like her own inner light. I feel like, yeah. Seven of Wands gets the Nine of Wands. I feel like it's where this Divine Feminine energy is almost like, holy shit, I am so strong within myself. Let's clarify this Tower. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, see? The Tower here is the Two of Wands and the Strength. And I do feel like, especially for some Divine Feminines this week, you know, there could be like this shift that happens, and it's like, what really even like surprises you this week is where you look at the two roads before you and you find that strength within inside of self to really be like, no, you know what? This is the road that I need to walk. Like, this is actually, I'm actually strong enough to stand in this kind of power, you know? And it certainly could be some sort of destructive, you know, it could be something that comes down that you have to choose the direction. Like, you have to look at the paths before you, and you have to choose the one that, you know, it might scare the shit out of you, but that is true and authentic to self. You know, it's like that energy of having to step into that bravery, you know, that courage within inside of self, that inner courage within inside of self. And I feel like very much just to embrace, you know, your own self, you know, very much to embrace all these lessons and this light within inside of your own space, right? Clarify this Empress. The Empress gets the Ten of Wands. Yeah. You know, for some of you, a masculine could certainly be reaching out, and it might not even be a masculine, you know, maybe it's a masculine where in the past you would have been like all over, right? Where when that masculine reached out and was like, oh, I have these feelings, you would have been like, blah, 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 and just kind of flopped right back into it, right? And I feel for some Divine Feminines, that's not happening this week. You know, for some, it might, it could be where this masculine's reaching out and this divine feminine is like, okay, yes, I have this strength, I'm going to let go of the past. And I do feel like it can be two very separate storylines. So, I mean, put that in place. But for those of you where that past relationship where this masculine who reaches out isn't going to serve you, I feel like that shifts here within this divine feminine energy this week, where she's like, you know what? I always thought, like, I was always waiting for you to come back. I was always waiting for you to come back and express this kind of love to me. But I see now that it's not going to serve me. I see now that that isn't going to work for me. I see now that my light is calling me to something bigger, Yeah, and I mean, that isn't going to fit for everybody. For some, it's just even going to be this divine feminine energy where she just acknowledges maybe, that she is strong enough to walk this path, whatever it is, whatever direction it is, she is strong enough here to embrace, this path of authenticity, this bravery within inside of self. She has the courage here to really change the direction, I feel, in which she has been going. And I mean, that can be done obviously even within relationships, right? Or even within self, because when we relate this back to a self kind of base, when this is divine masculine energy, and very much connecting here to like, okay, this is what I'm going to stand for. This is what I'm going for. This is what my heart and my passion is, and this divine feminine energy is supporting so much that kind of forward movement within inside of self. It's like where you're looking again at those two roads before you and being brave enough to choose the one that is going to serve your inner light, Wow. Okay, so this tangible changing energy here is the Knight of Swords, and to me that is communication coming in. It could be this divine masculine energy. I do feel like there's some sort of change within communication here. Oh my gosh, that's way too many. Yeah, we're not taking all those. That's like half the deck. All right. Can you clarify this messenger of sword here? How is this messenger of sword affecting the divine masculine energy? Wow, we have the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands here. I feel like there's some things here going on that the divine masculine energy isn't quite, like, they're still working, okay? There's still some work being done here, yes, okay, I feel like this divine masculine energy is ready to, like, put the ball into motion, maybe communicate, hey, look, this is what I want to start, this is what I'm ready to begin, but there's still some, like, it's almost like with the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, I kind of feel like there's still some work being done behind the scenes. There's still some work that's being done here that this divine masculine energy is like, oh, I don't know if I'm quite ready to bring that out into surface yet. And it's not necessarily that they don't want to. I think it's just like this energy of, I feel like there's a lot of energy of accountability here happening, right? And it's like this masculine energy here, I do feel, is, as much as there's forward move being changed, it's one that this masculine energy is going to be very accountable for, okay? Because maybe this masculine energy has made some mistakes in the past and been a little all over the place and, in and out, and I feel like that's changing, because I do feel like this masculine energy is being very accountable for the work that's being done here. The Knight of Wands clarifies, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Cups clarifies the Seven of Swords. And I feel like this masculine energy, they are embracing that strength and that authenticity, and very much moving forward in that kind of authentic, sorry guys, I gotta let my dog. Sorry guys, he really had to go outside. He was farting up a storm. All right, so this Seven of Swords energy, and I feel like this masculine energy, like there's change happening within this masculine energy. It just might not be something that this masculine energy is willing to kind of bring forward yet. I still kind of feel like it's like they're really finding this light within inside of self and doing this kind of emotional healing. There's some sort of accountability here that is happening with, like, okay, I want to go forward here. I want to express myself with this level of authenticity, but I'm still kind of working on some of this emotional baggage that I'm trying to release myself from. And this Eight of Pentacles, like, it's just the work and the determination. Holy smokes. Yeah, look, the work and the determination here to continue to make forward movement. The Chariot, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles, right? This Eight of Pentacles here is about the lessons being learned. It's like continuing to show up and continuing to put this work in, continuing to, you know, move self in this new kind of growth. And I feel like this masculine energy here, there's victory to be had. There's forward movement and victory to be had here. But this masculine energy is still very much in this like learning phase of like, okay, so if I'm going to steer my chariot this direction, I'm going to have to walk those kind of steps. And I feel like this masculine energy is still kind of in this phase of like learning to be accountable for the energy that it is putting out, right? I feel like that masculine energy is very much learning to still be accountable for that kind of law of attraction energy within inside of self, right? And like, I want to go forward in this direction. I'm going to take these kind of, you know, I'm going to take these steps to move in this direction. And I'm going to be accountable for the energy that I put out there, because I have to have the faith that that's what I'm going to want back, right? Like that gratitude and grace kind of energy, you know, the being open to receive blessings, being grateful for the blessings you are receiving, right? And I feel like that masculine energy, that is what this masculine energy is very much shifting to in this week. I do see that this masculine energy is so, like, especially if you can relate it back to a relationship by any means. I feel like this masculine energy is like chomping at the bit to be like divine feminine. Like, I know you're like working and you're quite happy on your own and you're gonna do your own thing, but I'm like over here really trying to get my shit together, you know? And you can apply that even back to self so much, right? Like when you look at that action side of life, it's like where that action step is like looking to really create and bring new tangible beginning into self. Like, you know, it's like where that masculine energy is like, yes, I'm so excited to begin this kind of life. Yes, I'm so excited to really like open up and allow these, you know, allow this new opportunity to begin. But in order to do so, I have to finish out the healing. I have to keep working on myself here. And I think that masculine, see wow, Mother of Cups gets the Three of Cups. Yeah, because I do feel like that masculine is really working hard towards connecting and getting this energy in check so that it can blend with the divine feminine energy, you know? And I feel like there is a lot of just this connection to the intuitiveness, you know? Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Justice, Ten of Swords. Yeah, look at that. Nine of Pentacles, to me, this is like, that is self-fulfilling energy, okay? But I also find it so much to be self-accountable energy, right? And it's clarified here by the Justice and the Ten of Swords, because I feel like this masculine energy is very much, this masculine energy is embracing finding wholeness within inside of self, right? This masculine energy, this action energy is really embracing finding the truth and the balance to what that is. All right. These are the action steps that I'm taking. This is the life that I'm living. This is the masculine energy that I have within me because it is balanced and true to who I am. You know, and this masculine energy is cutting the bullshit away with the Justice and the Ten of Swords. You know, I feel like this masculine energy here is just getting so crystal clear and very accountable for the energy that is going forward here. You know, I feel like this masculine energy is just so much like, you know what, this is it. Like, that's just not going to serve me anymore. That just has to go. Okay. And I feel like this masculine is very much embracing their own fulfillment, you know, their own happiness, very much accountable for that energy within inside of, not even within inside them, but that they allow within their space. You know, I feel like that is a huge shift for this masculine this week. There's a lot going on this week for that masculine energy. All right, let's see. Divine feminine. How is the divine feminine affected by this Messenger of Swords? We have the Hierophant, the King of Pentacles. Holy smokes. the Moon, and the Queen of Pentacles. Well, 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 look at that. We have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this divine feminine energy is just connecting so much to faith, right? Connecting so much to the higher here, making tangible steps, really aligning self to faith, you know, to the Lord, to the higher, right? Just having faith that like what is changing within, I feel like this divine feminine energy is just so ready for this change. Yeah, the Hierophant gets the Hanged Man. You know, and this again to me is like this connection to purpose, this connection to spirit. Right? And I feel like this divine feminine energy here, especially this week, there's changes coming in, right? There's movement forward here. And this divine feminine energy, it's where you are very much connecting here to that faith that the Lord is going to bring what is for you into, like, just kind of like at the bottom of that Moonology, right? Oops, sorry. The win-win, right? A win-win outcome is forecast here. And that's what I feel like this divine feminine energy is feeling in this tangible space. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Like, look at that. Light at the end of the stairway, and light, you know? And I do feel like this divine feminine, and especially when the King of Pentacles and the Moon is behind it, because the King of Pentacles, I mean, it could certainly be talking about the masculine energy, but I do feel like this King of Pentacles energy is where this divine feminine is just like, I need to continue to make steps down that direction, right? Down the direction that I kind of want to go. Wow, look at that, Lovers. Yeah, so that could definitely be that masculine energy here, and just that blending of wholeness within inside of self, right? The duality here of blending masculine and feminine energies, because we have to apply that back to self, guys. We really do. The Moon gets the Eight of Wands. Holy smokes, positive change here. You know, what you cannot see in the shadows here, divine feminine, definitely is not something that you should be afraid of. It's something that I feel Spirit is very much divinely kind of guiding here. Yeah, look at that, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, there is huge emotional fulfillment, huge emotional, like brand new beginnings, like brand new inspire. Like there's a lot of things happening here, my friends. There really is things that are emotionally going to make you just feel so like so whole. Like seriously, the Queen of Pentacles gets the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. There's just divine feminine energy, I feel, just gets this, what changes within this tangible divine feminine kind of world this week is where she feels so secure in the faith. You know, I don't even necessarily see that the divine feminine sees where the change is happening or how the forward movement is happening, but I feel what changes within this divine feminine energy is just the solidness. You know, the understanding that like I'm moving, like good things are happening. There is power in there. And I mean, that happens when the spirituality line is of the divine feminine is where she is connecting just to that faith. You know, she's just releasing herself from all the baggage and the bullshit of the past and really, truly opening herself up here to manifest and co-create this life of abundance. Pretty interesting stuff this week, guys. All right, so let's quickly see here. What is challenging the divine masculine energy this week? What could be challenging the divine masculine energy this week, Spirit? You have the Four of Wands, the Tower, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you know, what could be challenging the divine masculine energy this week is like, where in order to really go forward, to embrace this happiness, to embrace this kind of emotional beginning that they're ready to they really got to just allow the old shit to crumble. You know, that divine masculine energy, if it's looking for this happiness and this new beginning and this, it can't be afraid of what needs to happen. Okay, it has to walk away from the bullshit and the smashed cups. Okay, there's no other option. Like this divine masculine energy here, if you're ready for the new opportunities, if you're ready for that life of fulfillment and that happiness, then what has to happen here is you have to make the changes that are going to be necessary to find the happiness, right? Like if you're going, especially because that masculine energy is about action, guys. So like you can apply that as a feminine. You can certainly apply that into life, right? Where if you want this happiness, you got to be committed to the change that is going to take, right? What could be challenging the divine feminine this week, Spirit? What could be challenging the divine feminine this week? Thank you. Holy smokes. The Four of Wands. Again, look at that. First card's out for both divine masculine and divine feminine. Four of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Death and Rebirth, and the Three of Cups. Because it could be very hard, I feel, for this divine feminine energy to see a new beginning. Okay, especially when it comes to love. I feel, you know, and if it's because a masculine is coming back, like, I mean, you have to be very accountable to the death and the in the transformation, right? You have to be very accountable to the changes that you need to see. But I do feel like what could be challenging this divine feminine energy this week is the new beginning, right? It is that new outlook here. It is the death and rebirth. Like it is like there is this happiness with this Four of Wands. Like it is, I feel like this divine masculine and divine feminine energy, has the same kind of visual for this happy outcoming. Like it's like that divine masculine energy and the divine feminine energy, they want the same fucking thing, right? But here, what is challenging, I feel, this divine feminine energy this week is the actual new beginning, right? Is that death and rebirth process here. And with the Three of Cups, I mean, it could certainly be opening self up to new opportunities, opening self up to new love. But I feel like what is challenging the divine feminine this week is where she continues to stay open, right? Where she's not going to close herself off from new opportunities because, you know, she feels she has that bravery here with inside of self, right? Spiritually, that's what changed this week. Is that divine feminine energy found that strength within inside of self to say, wait a minute, this is for sure what I need, right? Can you hear that random toy just going off? That's interesting. All right. So let's get, let's get an angels and ancestors here. For divine masculine energy. Message going forward here for divine masculine energy. Now, keep in mind, I am doing personal extendeds. It's going to be something that I offer on a regular basis. So the link for that is down in the description box, all of the information you need to know. But a personal extended is, it's an extended, which is just for you. So it's not pulled until you contact me. And we continue to dig into the storyline even a little bit deeper, you know, looking into, you know, yeah, just the further energies, the other influencing energies I feel that are affecting this situation. Okay. Also, if you do find resonation within any of my readings, always make sure to drop a yellow heart or a sunflower emoji in the comment section. At the end of every month, I pull I do a draw for a free personal reading. So be sure to, yeah, so if you want your name in that, wow, I just butchered that. If you want your name in that, be sure to drop a comment. Okay, guys, so divine masculine energy. What is the guidance going forward for divine masculine energy this week? The Stag. Trust and thrive. And the Oracle, wow. Wait for important information. Okay, divine feminine energy. What is the divine feminine guidance for this week, Spirit? Divine feminine energy for this week, please, Spirit. Okay, we have, thank you. We have the Sage. Be devoted and committed. Absolutely. Be devoted and committed. The Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. And the Water Guardian. Connect to your emotions. Wow. All right, guys. Well, that was a beautiful, beautiful message for this week. I'm so excited. As I said, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to be sure to give it a thumbs up, because that definitely is a big help, especially as my channel is growing. And yes, if you are looking at getting a free personal reading, make sure that you drop a yellow heart or a sunflower in the comment box. All right, guys. Well, until next time, take great care of your beautiful souls. Bye now.